Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make this cutting board and this bar board. We're going to do it at the same time, so come along, let's build something.
Alright guys, I had this mold sitting in the shop and I went ahead and put wood in there, scrap wood that I had left, and I had the plan of making a bar board and a cutting board out of the same piece. So after an epoxy project was finished, I poured my leftover epoxy into the mold, and now that it's dry, I'm going to cut them out, cutting out my bar board and my cutting board, and I'm going to thickness plane them. The thickness planer is going to take off all of the extra epoxy on top of my wood. That way the wood will pop when I'm done. I can make it shine. I'm using my bandsaw and a template to cut out the handle. After cutting the handle, I drill through to make my hole, and now I'm going to use a straight bit on the router with a ball bearing that runs along the top of my template, and that gets it a perfect cut every time. There's a picture of it. Next, I use a 1/4 inch roundover to go around the entire template. I do this on both sides, flipping it, because I want it soft on all of the edges. You don't want harsh edges on it. Even go inside the handle, that way if someone puts their finger in it, it feels good to the touch. It's rounded over, it's soft, it doesn't have sharp edges. I run my bar board through on both sides as well. Now after we've got our bar board through, it's time to sand. I noticed that this did not come into view the way I needed it to, but I'm starting with 80, going to 120, 180, and 220 sandpaper. Don't just jump to the end at 220, work your way through it. The 80 grit is going to take out any scratches that you have, and as you work up from 80 to 220, you're going to put a perfect finish on it. It's going to sand it down. The worst thing about cutting boards when you walk through a store feeling of them, or a booth at craft fairs, is when you see a beautiful cutting board and then you pick one up, and after you pick it up you feel how rough it is. You want it to feel like just smooth as glass, like butter. So work your way through the sandpaper. You can tell I'm not happy. I've been doing it. I'm not a fan of sanding. Now if you have a sander like this, it helps to go around the edges and to get your edges done, but if you don't, you can just use the regular sander on the side. Right now I'm using mineral spirits to clean up, and then I'm going to take a bar board oil and put it on there. Just rub it in, leave it heavy, let it set in for 15 minutes, and then afterwards you can wipe off the excess. You can't put too much on there. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Hey guys, if you enjoyed what you saw today, if you learned something from it, give me a thumbs up. If you got any questions about what we did or tools that we used during this video, shoot me a comment and I'll get back to you. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button. We'll build something again next time.